Well, hello! Today we're going to be reviewing Huion's GT-220 V2 black pen monitor. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at what is exactly inside the box that appeared on my doorstep. So, the very first thing I noticed about this box was how massive it was. I knew it was a large monitor, but I wasn't really aware of how huge it was, so it was very exciting to pop that open. Inside the first box was the second box, and inside that box was the final product box. This is where I struggled to open it, mostly because I was filming with my one hand and struggling to open it with my other hand, so that's where you see that coming from. I eventually do get it open, and inside of that is a little brown box, which is here. So the first thing I pull out of there is the smudge guard. What that does is it stops your hand from sticking to the screen, and it lets you slide around really easily. I really like that, very useful. Here's a little baggie of screws that attach the base to the monitor. Finally get them off. Okay, so we got the 4 little screws that do that. We got a cloth to wipe the screen, and then we got power cords. Oh no, those are connecting cables, and then some more connecting cables, and then a little screwdriver, which I was super pumped about for some reason. And then these are the power cords. The first one is just like the connector, and then this is the actual like power box. And then finally we have a pen holder, which is whoop, there right there. So we got our pen holder, and that's what's in that box. What I didn't actually film pulling out of the box is it comes with 2 pens, the pen charger, the drivers, the stand that's actually behind the monitor, and then extra little pen nubs. In that little holder that you saw me opening up, there are extra pen nibs in there, so that's super helpful. So whenever you run your Niblo, you can pop in a new one. And here is the image of my original tablet next to the Huion. As you can see, they're very different in not only size, but in actual usage of the product. So because of that, I am a little bit shaky on what I'm doing for the most part. So this review is gonna come from somebody who doesn't really know much on pen monitors, but you know, it's helpful if you're in the same boat, if you're going from tablet that you draw and look at the screen to drawing right on the screen. And with that final note, we're just gonna jump right into the technical stuff that I found. Okay, so this is where we're gonna talk about actually using the tablet. The first thing I wanna talk about is the actual setup of the system. I'm not really good at setting things up, but I actually found this to be fairly easy and not too hard. It took a little bit of playing around with certain cords, like I had to switch HDMI and VGA and stuff, so I had to kind of mess around with that a little bit to get it where I needed it to be and get it working. So that was a little bit of a struggle, but it wasn't anything that I don't think a regular person can do. I'm a little bit dumb when it comes to this stuff, so I'm sure the average person won't have as much of a struggle as I did, but the setup was fairly easy. Driver is very easy to install. The other thing with the installation is hotkeys. I found that because the monitor was as big as it was on my desk, I couldn't comfortably have my keyboard in front of it. I don't know how other people have had pen monitor displays work, but it was super new for me, so I was like, what the heck am I doing? And luckily I was able to set up a hotkey, an undo button, because that was like the most important thing, as my 0 key. So I got it working, but that could be a little bit of a challenge when you're first starting to get to know how to use it, is sort of positioning yourself and positioning how your setup will be. But once you have it, it's honestly, I really like it. In using this, I found that my actual speed of drawing went so much faster. Like I found that I could draw an image a lot more quicker than I could before. I think part of that comes with not really knowing where your pen is on the one that you're not looking at and seeing it appear on the screen. I found that a big challenge for myself, so my drawing slowed down quite a bit. With this tablet, I was able to increase my speed by quite a bit, and I'm actually very, very happy with that, because before it would take me forever. I'm sure I'm rehashing the same thing, but it would take me forever to draw an image, and that would provide some frustrations. But with this, I'm very, very happy with the speed, and I was excited that that was something that was happening, that the process was faster. The other thing I really like about it is how in detail I can get. I've got bad eyes, I got crazy glasses, so I had to really get in, you know, to my screen before when I had my Wacom, but with this one, it was like drawing on paper, right? So you're in there, you're seeing exactly where your pen goes. I found erasing was very, you know, right on the nose. You can know where you're erasing. You're not sort of struggling with, oh, where's the pen kind of thing. So that I was really, really happy with the amount of detail I was able to put into it and was able to really get close into there. One of the problems I did have with this is, I don't know if it was a bug or an issue with my computer. Like I've said 100 times in this review, I am not super great with technology, so this is definitely something that could have been on my end, but I found that this tablet, every once in a while, it was really having a hard time with opening my programs. I use Fire Alpaca and Media Bang. I kind of switch back and forth, and I found it was doing it to both these programs. At first, I tried MS Paint and it wasn't giving that issue, but then it did end up duplicating that issue. So that was frustrating. It was sort of causing me to not be able to draw because it was sort of glitching it out. And what would happen is everything you'd be drawing, everything would be fine and good, and then it would stop responding and it would kind of lag around a little bit, which caused me to sort of be like, this is the worst thing. But then, you know, I got into connection with their support and with Huion's people, and they walked me through a couple steps, and I was able to make the issue better. I still, every once in a while, find that I have to close down my art program and reopen it, but it's not where it was before. I updated drivers, I got things sorted out, so I think it probably, it could be something on my end, but it was something I was aware of and I wasn't super happy with at first, but it got sorted, so I don't really count that as a ding towards it, just because it was figured out and it's entirely possible is my problem. But do watch, if you do end up with this product, see if that is an issue for you, if it is a well-known issue, because you definitely don't want that to be a thing and have that problem. On that note, with their support, they were very quick in responding to me, they were very helpful. I mean, if you do have a problem with them, at least you know that there is a good support system, and I had really good customer support with them, so I do give them props for that. I really did enjoy that. My final thoughts on the whole thing is, yes, I think it is a good tablet, and if you're looking for a pen monitor display and you're not wanting to drop the larger amounts that a Wacom would cost, then this might be the route for you. I really enjoy it. I'm definitely going to continue to use it, and I'm not going to go back to my Wacom. I'm definitely going to continue with this one. It's really good, and it's got a really good price tag on it. It's not super expensive, and it's a good one. So overall, I would recommend this. Just make sure that you are watching for bugs. If there is issues, definitely contact their support. They're very, very helpful. But I think that's pretty much it. I really like it, and I had a good time with this. And thank you so much to Huion for giving me this opportunity to have a look at your product. I am honored. And I think that's all. That's all for that, Huion. Thank you so much for stopping by and having a listen to this video. And I will catch you next time with the next video that isn't a review. It'll be an actual video. Thank you guys so much, and have a good one.